So, you recording? This is my guitar room, or one of them. These are the ones that I have at home. I have some in storage. I've still got some around at my mum and dad's place, to be honest.
I was talking to a couple of the other guys, and they were saying that they're not allowed to take their own musical instruments on tour. That you control what the instruments
They're allowed to do whatever they want. They're allowed to leave the band.
Yeah, basically, I don't own a drum kit. The equipment that we use, it's all Dave's. He doesn't really want us to play any of our own stuff, which is, it's a bit weird, but it is what it is, and I don't mind as long as I get paid at the end of the day. I'll play a dustbin lid if I get paid for it.
If Chris is playing guitar part that I played on the album, because let's face it, I played 99% of the guitar parts on all the albums, and the bass and the drums and the whatever. Boy, if he's going to turn up with a fucking Jazzmaster and I put the guitar part down on a Telecaster, and he wants to play through an AC30 and I've played it through a Marshall, and he wants to use a fuzz face and I've used a blues driver, it's going to sound wrong. This is, apart from the arm and the springs at the back there, this is all original 1958 Stratocaster. Yeah, this is just absolutely gorgeous. Bought that for Geezer.
The thing with guitars in Space Potatoes, there's a kind of unwritten rule where we use Dave's guitars. I fought against this for years and constantly was told that it's not where we're heading if I start bringing in some of these.
And Chris is never going to sound like me playing guitar, unfortunately. But we can at least go 5% of the way there by, giving him the right fucking pedal and the right fucking guitar. I had a dream one night that I had two of them that looked the same, and then I woke up the next day and looked in the back of Guitarist magazine. Magazines are things with paper that you open for the kids that don't know about that anymore. It's like a website but on paper, and there was an advert for another one in there, and they were quite rare at the time. So I got another one. My dad bought it for me. Pretty much did everything until I started making money and I expanded my guitar collection, but this was the guitar that did everything, and I love that guitar.
Dave and I occasionally will go out to guitar shops, which can be fun. Sometimes Dave can be the life and soul of the party when he's buying a 1958 Strat and he's all full of himself. And I look at my bank balance and go, there's a nice Epiphone. And get deraded for owning Epiphones, which are in storage.
I got this one here. It's a 54, true historic 54 with the P90s. Apparently you can sound like David Gilmour on it, but who would want to do that? Other than the blue flower that I grew up with, these are my favourite ones with the binding. I mean, blue, Lake Placid blue is my favourite colour of all time, which is why I have lots of blue amongst guitars. I have lots of other blue things. My Ferrari's blue, my I haven't had a blue girlfriend yet, but give it time, yeah. Fucking choker hard enough. I've never even played this one. I bought this on eBay because it was black with binding, and I put it on the shelf and never touched it. I buy guitars for Chris to play because I want Chris to play the best guitars in my band.
So surely some of the guitars must have, you must have got some of these on the album somehow.
Not always, no. What tends to happen if I've got a demo and I send over a guitar track, a sort of a. If Dave's too stoned, that might stay on the track.
72 Telly, very similar to Chris's 73, which I don't let him play. Oh, where did I get that? It was somewhere around...
Do you think you might have a guitar problem?
No. In what way? What do you mean? What, running out of space to store them?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean, if you go to a guitar shop, do you have to buy a guitar?
I like guitars. Okay, so I see what you say. I see it. All right. So when I first had some guitars, people went, "Oh, that's nice. You've got some guitars." And then when it got to 10, they kind of went, "Oh, you've got a lot of guitars." And I was like, 10's not a lot of fucking guitars. What are you on about? And then it got to 20. I remember we did one tour and I bought 15 guitars, in 2 months. And I remember someone on our crew The guy that Late for the Bus was written about, coming up to me saying, you've got a bit of turning into a little bit of a problem, you know, it's just a bit weird. And I was like, you spend all your money on fucking women and coke, and I'll spend my money on guitars and weed. Then I crossed the 60 mark. I ended up with 60 guitars in 61, 62, and so many people are like, oh, Dave might be interested. He's a collector. It's amazing. It goes from having some guitars to having quite a lot of guitars to having a mental illness to, oh, he's a collector. Yeah, you kill one person, you're a murderer. You kill 10 people, you're a mass murderer. You run a country and you go and kill 100,000 people, come up to you and say, oh, well done. Okay, well, that's kind of how it is about the guitars, you know. Mustang, 2 Mustangs there. Chris got me that Mustang, actually. It's better than his one, I'll tell you. We've compared the two and my one does sound better.
He'll just forget, because normally he will just go over it and replay what I've just played. You know, and but occasionally, yeah, I've listened and isolated stuff in the studio and he's not there and he's gone outside for a smoke and I can tell that's still my guitar track. So I just play dumb.
Small victories.
Small victories.
Analog to digital converters. I mean, I've just got gear lying around here. It's a case for cymbals.
Dave likes to come into my dressing room and just basically mess all of my neat, you know, I have my laptop set up a certain way, everything's in its place, and Dave will just come in and just, you know, be a cunt and ruin it. But I got him back once, so I went into his room and I completely trashed it. Turned every seat upside down, just emptied all of his suitcases, but being the scruffy cunt that he is, he walked back into his room, he didn't even notice.
So I've just got generally just a, you know, this is like the little room I keep stuff in the house. I live on my own, so I don't live in a mansion or anything, but yeah, it's enough room for me to have some stuff.